There is something your dog has been trying to tell you since the very first day they came home with you. Not with barking, not with behavior, with something quieter. Something most owners walk past 100 times a day without ever stopping to understand. And the thing that makes this so difficult to hear, you probably think the bond you have is already as strong as it can be. But what if there are gaps in that bond that you created entirely by accident, without a single bad intention, without ever realizing it was happening? By the time this video ends, you are going to see your dog differently. Not because of complicated training techniques, but because you'll finally understand what your dog has actually been asking for, in the only language they know how to speak. Welcome to Dog Sci. Subscribe right now if you're new. Every week we go deeper into the world your dog lives in, so you can finally meet them there. Point 1. Your goodbye is doing more damage than you know. Picture your morning. You're about to leave. Your dog is watching you from the hallway. And because you love them, you do what feels natural. You kneel down, hold their face, tell them you'll be back soon, give them one last hug, look back as you close the door. You did that because it felt like love. But here's what your dog's nervous system experienced in that exact moment. Dogs cannot process 4 hours. What they process, with extraordinary accuracy, is emotional intensity. When your goodbye is long and emotionally loaded, you are sending a signal their brain is hardwired to interpret as something serious is about to happen. A study from the Anthrozoology Research Group at the University of London found that dogs whose owners performed elaborate departure rituals showed measurably higher stress hormone levels within minutes of being left, and took significantly longer to settle than dogs whose owners left calmly and without ceremony. You weren't comforting your dog. You were priming their anxiety. The fix feels wrong. That's how you know it's working. Walk out quietly. No prolonged eye contact at the door. One calm word if you need it. Then leave. Give it 7 days. The dog you come home to will already be different. Point 2. The way you come home is rewriting your dog's nervous system. Every single day, your dog goes from calm to completely overwhelmed the second you walk in. They spin, they jump, they cry, and you match it. High voice, hands everywhere. Yes, you miss them too. It feels like the best moment of both your days, but something else is happening beneath it. The stress hormones that peaked when you left haven't fully cleared. When you walk in and immediately escalate the room's emotion, those hormones spike again. You are training your dog's body every single day to live at the edge of its emotional range. Research published in Behavioral Processes found that dogs in households with calm, low-key greetings showed significantly lower anxiety behaviors not just at the moment of return, but for hours afterward. The first 60 seconds sets the emotional weather for everything that follows. So try this. Walk in, set your bag down, let your dog orbit you without responding yet. You'll feel them brush past your leg. Let them. Don't reach down. When they've settled, even slightly, then greet them, warmly, genuinely, but without electricity. You are not withholding love. You are giving them something love alone cannot always provide: steadiness. And a steady dog is a happy dog, in the way that actually counts. Point 3. Your dog is reading your eyes right now, and you have no idea what you're saying. Dogs have spent somewhere between 15,000 and 40,000 years learning to read the human face. No other species on Earth, not horses, not primates, has developed this ability to the same degree. Your dog's brain was literally shaped by generations of ancestors who survived by correctly reading human expression. Researchers at the University of Helsinki used eye-tracking technology to study exactly where dogs focus on a human face. The answer was immediate and consistent. The eyes. Every time. Not the mouth, not the hands. The eyes. And they use what they find there to make constant, real-time decisions about whether the world around them is safe. When your eyes are tight, from a deadline, a screen, a difficult day, your dog registers that as a low-grade warning signal. It never looks like anything, but it accumulates, hour after hour. Here's what I want you to do right now. If your dog is in the room, look at them. Let your eyes go soft, slightly unfocused, like you're gazing gently at something far away. Then do one slow blink. Pause the video. Actually do it. I'll wait. Pathologists who study canine calming signals call this one of the clearest messages you can send without a single word. I am not a threat. This moment is safe. You can exhale. Watch their shoulders. Watch their breathing. That conversation was always available. You just never knew you were the one who needed to start it. Point 4. You've been winning too much, and it's costing you the game. When did you last play tug with your dog and genuinely let them take the rope? Not gave up, but joyfully, deliberately let them win. Let them carry it around the room like a trophy. For most owners, the honest answer is almost never. Behavioral ecologist Dr. Mark Bekoff at the University of Colorado spent decades studying play in social mammals. His research showed that genuine bonding through play requires role reversal, the stronger individual willingly taking the vulnerable position, letting the other succeed on purpose. When you control every game, every start, every end, every outcome, your dog isn't playing with you, they're performing for you. That difference lives in their nervous system. Let them take the rope, chase them and fall behind dramatically. Get on the floor and let them win. Dogs who feel like genuine equals in play stop needing to test limits, because the anxiety underneath that behavior quietly disappears. But play only works when your dog actually feels safe enough to fully enter it, and most owners have no idea how to tell if their dog is comfortable, because the signal comes before the one they recognize. Point 5. Your dog has been asking for help. You just never learned the word. You've seen it. You just didn't know what it meant. Your dog licks their lips when there's no food nearby. They yawn in a moment of tension. They suddenly sniff the floor in a situation that has nothing to do with smell. They turn their head away from someone moving too fast. And sometimes, you've seen this one. The white edge of their eye becomes visible. A half moon of white along the rim. That's called whale eye, and it means your dog has been uncomfortable for longer than you realized. These are calming signals, a term developed by Norwegian researcher Turid Rugas after years of documenting how dogs communicate stress to each other and to us. Each one is a precise message. I need a moment. Something is too much. Please slow down. Most owners miss them entirely, not because they don't care, but because no one ever put a name to what they were seeing. By the time a dog growls, they have been asking for help for minutes. The growl is not the beginning of that conversation. It is the end of one nobody answered. Start responding to the quiet signals. Create space. Lower your voice. Slow down. The moment your dog realizes you hear them before they have to shout, they never need to escalate again. And if your dog sends these signals regularly, there is one more thing you've likely been missing. Something so simple, most people hear it and think it can't possibly matter. It's the last point, and it might be the most important thing in this entire video. Point 6. The one gift your dog has never received from you, and it costs nothing. Not a walk, not training, not a new toy, just your presence. Undirected, unhurried, with absolutely no agenda. 10 minutes a day of existing in the same room as your dog, not initiating anything, not managing anything, not filling the silence, just being there. Think about every interaction your dog has with you from their side. You feed them, you initiated that. You walk them, you decided. You pet them, you chose that moment. In almost every part of your dog's day, you are in charge of what the moment is, which means your dog is almost always in a state of low-level readiness, waiting for what comes next. But in the quiet minutes, something different happens. Your dog stops waiting. They exhale in a way they almost never get to. And in that exhale is something research in canine stress physiology has found to be genuinely rare in domestic dogs, being fully, completely at rest in the presence of the person they love most. Here is the part nobody talks about. Dogs don't just need stimulation, they need permission to stop being stimulated. In a world full of noise and demands they never chose, you sitting quietly nearby is one of the most profound things you can offer them. Do it consistently, and your dog starts choosing to be near you even when nothing is happening, not because they want something, because being near you became the feeling of safety itself. That is the bond most owners spend years wishing they had. It was always available. It just required nothing. And that's exactly why almost no one does it. 6 things. None of them expensive. None of them complicated. All of them within your reach, starting today. Tonight, when you go to sleep, and your dog is somewhere in that house, breathing slowly, trusting completely. Remember this: they chose you. Out of everything confusing and overwhelming about the human world they were brought into, they organized their entire life around you. They were waiting their whole life for you to understand them. Now you do. If this already changed how you see your dog, drop a question in the comments below. Share this with someone who loves their dog and deserves to know. And subscribe to Dog Sigh, because your dog has more to say, and we're here every week to help you finally hear it.